Thanks for staying with us here at JoyNews Today. We've been bringing you live coverage of that press conference by Fifi Kwete, his General Secretary of the NDC. The NDC, they are raising concerns about the continuous appointment of judges, and they want that to be halted. We'll go back there and give you more, but right now, flag bearer of the governing New Patriotic Party, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia's campaign team is confident the party's National Executive Committee will support its choice of running mate. Dr. Bawumia last week consulted President Akufo-Addo and the majority caucus in Parliament, informing them of his decision to run with Energy Minister Dr. Opoku Prempeh. Well, earlier we spoke to Dennis Miracles Abuaji. He's Director of Communications for Dr. Bawumia's campaign team, and he's been telling us what to expect.
Has been easy, and we've never taken any elections lightly in this country. We've seen every election to be a very serious business, and so we are ready for it. The Ghanaian voter has a decision to make between a pair of Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, Opoku Prempeh versus former President Mahama and Professor Nana. It's a scorecard that is going to come to play. Fortunately, we have an opponent that has been president before. He's been given the responsibility before. He has a more daunting task than Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia because he has to convince the people as to why he deserves to be brought back into the same responsibility that was given to him and he failed miserably. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia's job is to convince the people that they should rest assured that he will deliver on his promises. But the former president has a daunting task, much more daunting task, to convince the people as to why he failed miserably and he believes that he should be brought back again. Our responsibility clearly people go to their homes, to their places of interest to them and talk.
A political scientist at the University of Ghana, Dr. Asah-Asante, has also been telling us what the next should look out for as they go into that crunch meeting.
The qualities are those I've already enumerated, but I will recount them here. You are looking for somebody who will come and complement the ticket of his flag bearer, right? The flag bearer is through and through economist, so you need somebody with other backgrounds to come and support. And Napo is coming from the health background, from what his position as a minister, from educational background, and then from little knowledge in the area of energy. And remember, he has been a legislator. These things are critical when you are running the show as in government. So these are some of the qualities. Beyond this, they want to look at whether the person can bring in numbers. And that is the second consideration when you are looking for a running mate. You are looking for somebody who appeals to a lot of groups. He has a lot of constituencies. And constituencies, I'm not talking about the constituency, the natural constituency he hails from. But we are looking at other groups of people he can bring to board. And that is a consideration for looking for somebody to partner the running, the flag bearer. So those things will obviously blossom to become your area that gives you the popularity. So he's going to draw people from those who have been associated with free SHS as far as education is concerned. In energy places where there have been difficulty, which I concede, that also he has a strength in there. His area as a health practitioner, you are going to cash in on that, because when you talk about health and there's a doctor involved, you are talking about families and all that. Remember that he also comes from Ashanti region, which is the heartbeat of the NPP, and that all that is staring on their face at the Ashanti region, that there's likelihood for them to have apathy. And if apathy sets in, the only way to break it is that you bring in somebody who hails from the region to ginger the people, and he's the right candidate to ginger the people. Any other consideration, I think, will be secondary. But all these things, in addition to the fact that you are looking for somebody with less baggage, so that the opposition cannot cash in on that and use it to run him down. That is one thing. And then you need somebody also who will be able to rub shoulders with any, running mate across the political divide. And all these qualities, I think that Opoku Prempeh is good for that.
Well, there's a meeting of the steering committee of the NPP. It will be followed by a national executive committee meeting, and later the National Council will also meet before the public announcement of Dr. Opoku Prempeh as running mate to Dr. Bawumia. But this is subject to the approval of the National Council. That's if they scale through all the requirements. Samuel Mbura is on the ground. He joins us live with updates. Samuel, what can you report?
Known as NAPO, as the running mate to Dr. Bawumia. So this committee consists of all national elected executives of the party. There are about 16 of them. The president, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, is supposed to be part of this meeting. The majority leader, the flag bearer himself, Dr. Bawumia, and then the chief of staff. So that meeting, immediately they are done with that meeting, in which I'm told is underway. Just some few minutes ago, I saw the General Secretary of the party here, so that presupposes that the meeting has come to an end, though my sources are yet to confirm that though. So after this particular steering committee meeting, it will now move to the National Executive Committee meeting, and the National Executive Committee of the NPP consists of past elected national executives, and then a Council of Elders of the NPP, and all those who matter in the party would be part of this National Executive Committee meeting. Then the final stage will now move to the second higher decision-making body of the NPP, that's the National Council. So the National Council will now bring in all the members of the regional, executive of the NPP. They'll all be part of this meeting, and then they'll firm up the decision. So this is where they'll determine whether Dr. Opoku Prempeh is the right person to lead, even though that's to join Bawumia in the upcoming.
We've lost connection to Samuel Mbura. He's giving us live updates. We are your election headquarters. Now, Dr. Bawumia is presenting his choice of running mate to key members of the NPP. The steering committee has met and they've done their conclusion. The next stage of the meeting is with the National Executive Committee and then the National Council. They would have the final say. Well, away from this, the strike of the Civil and Local Government Staff Association of Ghana is leading to widespread disruption in essential public sector services in the Ashanti region. Well, we know that this industrial action enters day 2 following failed negotiation after over a new salary structure for the civil servants. Now, many citizens are feeling the pinch of this crucial strike action. Here is Clocksack's secretary at the Asokwa Municipal Assembly, Hannah Abrefi, giving details to our colleague on the ground.
Actually, since we are on strike and we intend to continue with this till our grievances are met, we send people who come in away for services, we send them away because we can attend to them. As you can see, there are no staff around. We are here specifically to see that our staff, they are complying to it. So if you come to the office and you don't meet any staff, meaning you have to go back. So we send them away, we don't attend to them.
Now, when I did my observation at the Kumasi Metropolitan Assembly, there were some people coming in and then they said that the services they require are very, very important, and then if it delays, it is going to be affect them in any way whatsoever. Are there not any form of considerable measures you're putting in place to attend to these people?
Unfortunately, no. I'm gonna the days maybe some people from the community may come into the offices to seek services, which they will come and meet staff here. But this time around, it's like in one way or the other, our needs are not being met. Always when there's a meeting, we will be told, go, we'll do this. But we found out nothing is done. So this time around, we want to lay this information to the stakeholders who coming together to make sure staffs, or let's say people in the local government services, are comfortable doing their work without any malice. No, we want to tell them that they should really be serious with us this time. If we come in to render services to the community, indirectly we are saying we're okay with what we have, which is not so. So this time around, we are rallying behind our national executives to fight for what we deserve. That's what this is about. So as you can see, there are no staffs around here, and also there are no people here. There are no people here who we can attend to. Actually, we'll send you away. That's the main reason why we are here.
Away from clock strike, contractors on the Buankra Integrated Logistic Terminal project are yet to receive payments for work done since November 2023. Now, the project is 40% complete in a contract sum of $308 million. The Parliamentary Select Committee on Roads and Transport is advocating prompt payments to ensure project completion by September 2026. Nana Yaojima has more in the following report.
Justimo Construction are currently executing the contract after the concessionaire, Ashanti Port Services, failed to meet financial obligations for the Buankra Integrated Logistic Terminal project. A total of 160 hectares of land is being developed for the project that will handle both imports and exports from the northern parts of the country and neighboring countries. Presently, about 12.2 kilometers of road within the terminal is under construction, with hydrological works largely completed. Chairman of the Parliamentary Select Committee on Roads and Transport, Kennedy Osei-Nyako, who is impressed with the work done, wants the Ministry of Transport to work towards meeting the financial obligations to the contractors.
So we on the side of the committee, we must say we are impressed. And therefore, we want to encourage the ministry. When we had the briefing before coming here, we were told that the contractor since November has not even been paid. All IPCs that have been raised have not been honored. I am pleading with the ministry and government. This project is such a great project, not for only the Ashanti region, for the entire northern sector, which comprises of the 3 Bronhavo regions and the 5 northern regions. So it is going to serve a great chunk of the country.
The Parliamentary Committee is requesting all documentations leading to the abrogation of contract with the former concessionaire, Ashanti Port Services. Meanwhile, the Ministry of Transport says processes are far advanced to regularize the contract of Justimo Construction, who are executing the project.
The Chief Director, who is the Chief Administrator of the Ministry, has spoken, and she made a categorical statement that they've gone to PPA to seek approval. They've gone to Ministry of Finance to get all that they needed to do. Maybe there are some few things that they have to wrap up, but in terms of regularization, they've gotten the approval from PPA, everything. That's the most important thing. The committee have already requested for all correspondence leading to the termination of their. I mean, when we get those letters, we'll be much informed as to what exactly has taken place. So I think let's wait to get those documents as I have requested.
CEO Justice Amo has assured of willingness to complete the project within schedule.
With us as contractors, we see this project as a national asset and a very, very viable project. And that is also encouraging our commitment. And as much as we are committed, and with the help of our bankers, we are able to be on site up to today. We also plead with the honorable members also to see how best they can also influence for funds to be made available for the totality of the project.
The eastern and western rail lines, when developed, will ensure effective operationalization of the Buankra Inland Port. For Joy News, Nana Yaojima, Kumasi.
The Ghana Education Service says the first batch of degree holders from colleges of education who passed their exams, their licensure exams, can now place themselves in schools of their choosing by visiting the Ghana Education Service portal. Director General of the Ghana Education Service, Dr. Eric Nkansa, indicated that the process will be done on a first-come, first-served basis. The following report has more.
More than 12,700 graduates, according to Dr. Eric Kinkansa, will be given the chance to post themselves to regions of their choice in government basic schools in a bid to eliminate language barrier challenges and financial difficulties.
The self-posting recruitment model has a benefit of getting the newly trained teachers to be posted to regions where language will not be a barrier. Thus, they can speak the local language wherever they choose to teach. And we know that would create a very effective teaching and learning environment. In addition, ladies and gentlemen, the teachers get to also select schools that are close to families and subsequently enjoy the economic support.
The Ghana Education Services Director General added that schools will automatically be removed from the system if it reaches its required teachers needed. Applicants will choose from available schools and regions if they miss out on their preferred choices.
We have looked at all the vacancies across the country, and we have looked at those who qualify to be placed, and we have shared them proportionately to the region, to the extent that if you have Mines LA Primary School in Konongo, and the vacancies there are 3, the first 3 people who choose that school, Mines will leave this list. So you wouldn't have Mines LA Primary on the list again. Do you understand that? So Ashanti region cannot be overdosed. It's not possible. It's possible that the numbers that we have given to Ashanti region districts, the people that go there to choose them, once they run out, they have run out. You cannot choose any school from there. It means you would have to move to another region to choose.
The portal of the newly introduced self-placement system for basic school teachers opens on Friday, the 5th of July, and closes on the 31st of July 2024.
You're watching JoyNews Today. We're taking a quick breather. We'll be back with business, so stay tuned in.
Welcome back to Business on JoyNews Today. My name is Winston Taki, and our first business story. New industry data has shown that depreciation of the cedi has been the major driver of cement price hikes over the past 2 years. George Wiafe has more.
The data seen by Joy Business showed that 75% of the cost of cement was mainly driven by imported raw materials as well as spare parts. And all these items are imported. So depending on how the Ghana cedi is performing against the dollar, the cost has to be taken up by someone, which often could be the consumer. The remaining cost component is labor, energy and inflation. There are also concerns about the tax component on imported clinker, which attracts 20 different taxes. Another set of data seen by Joy Business showed that there have been some sort of absorption of cost, as prices could have gone higher than what we are witnessing now. For some, the data backs the point that if the Ghana cedi was even fairly stable this year, we wouldn't have witnessed these increases for 2024. Some of these cement manufacturers have told Joy Business that the very competitive nature of the industry may be enough to deal with any price concerns rather than any form of control from government. They've also told Joy Business that there might be another set of increases in prices to deal with the recent sharp depreciation of the Ghana cedi on their operations.
Now, away from that, Deputy Director General at the National Communications Authority, Dr. Asah-Asante, has joined calls for government to regulate the use of artificial intelligence in the country. According to him, this prevalent use of AI in many economic activities. Dr. Asah-Asante was given a keynote speech on the role of AI in emerging economic opportunities at the graduation ceremony of Noble International Business School. He therefore believes that there is a growing need for transparent and responsible AI systems to support economic growth.
The use of an AI in predictive policing presents benefits in crime prevention, but poses risk to privacy and individual freedoms. It's worth noting that the Ghana Police Service is considering the use of predictive policing and incorporating big data and data mining to combat crime. Ghana needs AI regulation. As AI becomes more prevalent, there is a growing need for transparent and responsible AI systems. Some believe that only truly autonomous AI should be given legal status. But since this type of AI does not yet exist, it's more reasonable to hold the designers, manufacturers, owners, and users of AI responsible for any harm caused. In Ghana, key policy concerns include the quality of training data sets, AI bias, and privacy and security issues. The government aims to establish clear boundaries and standards for AI development while recognizing its potential for economic growth.
Techno, a leading provider of innovative smartphones and smart AIoT accessories, has announced the signing of Ghanaian football sensation Mohamed Kudus. This partnership, Techno says, reflects ongoing commitment to bringing cutting-edge technology to Ghanaians while celebrating the achievement of local heroes.
Techno has established itself as a brand that understands and caters to the needs of its consumers. By collaborating with Mohamed Kudus, Techno aims to further connect with the Ghanaian community, offering them affordable yet innovative and high-quality smartphones and smart AIoT devices that enhance their everyday lives. Speaking to journalists at the signing ceremony between Mohamed Kudus and Techno Ghana, arts manager for Techno Ghana, Godlove Kwekujinya, said the partnership will boost their sales.
Techno is also gunning for the stars. We are saying that stop at nothing. And so if you look at how he is flying through the roof and how he also gunning for the stars, Techno partnering with him at this point to outdoor our AIoT ecosystem, I think that is going to go, miles and miles to boost our sales.
On his part, Black Stars Mohamed Kudus said partnering with Techno resonates with his journey and values.
Grateful for this wonderful opportunity. Of course, Techno is a phone brand, but looking at the project they do, and when they presented the project to me, and it fits with my dream and vision as well in wanting to help the community and changing lives through sports and then the Techno brand, and I think it gels well with my vision. So that's why we are here today. So we are just both coming together to try and impact the environment aside taking the selfies and the pictures with the phone. You know.
Techno's product range include smartphones, smartwatches, and other AIoT accessories designed to meet the diverse needs of its users.
On Kudus' note, we break for sports after this break. Stay tuned.
Time for sports on JN Today. My name is Haruna Mubarak. Now, Member of Parliament for North Tong Samuel Okujeto-Ablakwa is demanding financial accountability from Sports Minister Mustafa Yusuf regarding the expenditure for the 2023 African Games. It's been over a week since Yusuf presented a report on the Games to Parliament without the financial details. Ablakwa is not taking the issue lightly.
I raised this on the floor. Indeed, I took on the sports minister when he came to present what was just prose about how many medals we had won and all of that. That is not what Parliament is established for. I mean, we are the keepers of the purse. Already, documents we have intercepted show that you have gone to spend way beyond what we approved. I intercepted a document where they were spending $48 million on just operational, so-called operational expenses. So we are demanding full accounting of the All Africa Games. And let's be clear, we are not going to allow the sports minister to get away with this.
What are you going to do?
Return to that.
The 8th Parliament is drawing to a close. What are you going to do?
We asked the ranking member on the sports committee to file an urgent question.
Who's the ranking member again?
The Honorable Kobi Woyome of South Tong. He's filed that question. The sports minister is pussyfooting because under our standing orders, it shouldn't have gone beyond 2 weeks. So
are you saying the sports minister is running away?
Clearly, because, I mean, this is the first time a sports minister, any sports minister from any political tradition in a Ghanaian parliament, has presented a report on a tournament without the financials. He just came to waste our time.
Okay.
Now, Ghanaian swimmer Joselle Mensah is determined to do her very best after earning qualification for the upcoming Olympic Games in Paris. She will feature at a global showpiece after being ranked as the highest female swimmer in Ghana by the World Athletics. This was after she attained a time of 26.52 seconds at the African Games in the women's 50-meter freestyle event.
Well, I heard the news officially from the Federation, and I was very excited. Of course, I had been hoping to be selected, but there's also a lot of competition amongst athletes, and you never truly know if you make it until you get that call or you get that message. So I was very happy, I was grateful, and obviously very excited.
Yeah. Did you get any message from friends, fellow teammates? You can talk about your coach. How has been the reaction from those close to you?
So first and foremost, obviously my family, they congratulated me and they are very proud, and I'm also happy to kind of share this milestone with them. And then of course there's former teammates, coaches, friends, kind of everyone along the journey to congratulate me, and I'm also happy to give back and be there.
Yes. Do you feel like your hard work is gradually paying off? Your hard work over the years is gradually paying off after this big news?
I mean, obviously the Olympics, it's the top end for every athlete. Everyone wishes to be at the Olympic Games at some point, since it's kind of the last stop on your athletic journey. But obviously my hard work, it has also paid off throughout my whole career. It's not just this one year or this one competition that I'm proud of myself, but many different steps. And obviously there's also ups and there's downs. And right now I'm very grateful to experience this.
And that's how we end the sports segment on JM Today. My name is Haruna Mubarak. Showbiz comes up shortly. Please stay.
Good afternoon. Welcome to the Showbiz segments with me, Jacqueline and Sumaya. Now to the story for today. We step into a time machine and journey back to the late 20s, 40s and 60s in Ghana, where the cinema halls were the heartbeat of entertainment. Today, these once vibrant theaters tell a different story, one of faded glory and echoes of laughter long gone. As we stroll through these forgotten relics, we uncover the tales of Orion, Roxy, Globe and Rex cinemas, and the people who remember them fondly.
Back in the 1920s, the Gold Coast, now Ghana, saw the birth of cinema, a dazzling new form of entertainment originally reserved for the upper class. Fast forward to today, the once vibrant movie houses are shadows of their former selves, thanks to the rapid advancement of technology. I embarked on a nostalgic tour of these old cinemas, starting with the iconic Orion Cinema at Kwame Nkrumah Circle. There, I met Mr. Abuaje, an elderly man with a twinkle in his eye. He shared fond memories of his youth spent at Orion.
It's 1960s.
I used to come here in the 1960s. Dr. Kwame Nkrumah and his wife used to come to the cinema often, and during those times, this place was very nice and interesting. Hundreds of people used to throng this place. it was the most popular place in Ghana. I was young and energetic then. Now I think it's okay because most people watch movies on TVs.
Standing at the gate of Roxy Cinema, it felt like stepping back in time. This regal building, once a bustling hub for hundreds in Accra, now lies eerily silent. If its walls could talk, they would tell tales of eager crowds and joyful evenings. Today, the middle section, which echoed with laughter and cheers more than 60 years ago, serves as a kitchen.
Well, what did you hear about cinemas during the pre-colonial era in Ghana? Well, I didn't hear much, considering the age that I'm in right now. Currently, I am at Roxy Cinema. 65 years down the line, what has become of this building? What are some of the nostalgic memories that patrons, or anyone out there, could remember about Roxy, Orion, Palladium, and so more?
Fun those things. So this is a big place where they normally used to enjoy themselves with those things.
Now, did you think that this place, was it filled to the brim, like this place used to be filled up during those times?
Yes, it used to fill to the extent that even people don't get a chance even to enter again.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It fills to the extent that even there is a time, sometimes they have to open the gate so that people will just get out from the place, those who wanted to go out, because if it is full, there's nothing that I can do. There's nothing that I can do about it again.
Okay, so this place, Roxy, do you think how much was the capacity? How many people could roughly fit in here? The capacity?
If you look at the capacity, to be about let's take it 2,000.
Well, for that full story, you can catch that on all our social media platforms. It's a wrap for the showbiz segment. With me, Jacqueline and Sumaya. Over to you, Fosti. Thank you, Jacqueline, for bringing us showbiz. Great report. On that note, I think we should go and visit a cinema this evening. We'll leave that to our audience to decide where exactly. Slide into our DM on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, which is now X. Share with us where you think we should visit today. My name is Faustina. So for more news, please log on to myjoyonline.com. Have a pleasant day.